Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to do an interesting live stream, and let's see what happens with this. Okay, give me just a minute. We are going to be unboxing this interesting kit, right? So just give me a moment. Let me add a little title to that real quick. Add some text. Just promo blurb. Alright. Here it is. Thrift store pickup for $4. Vintage 1960s microscope for kids. Let's unbox this live. Okay, let me see if I can shrink that down a little bit. There we go. And what font would be good on this? Here we go. Okay. So this is what's going on here. We're going to unbox this microscope thing. It's an interesting little set I got, and I'm bored. If anybody wants to watch and kind of chat and check this out with me, you can experience this with me. I paid $3.99 for this, and it looks pretty darn cool. I think this is from 1965. So, what kind of cool things did kids get in the 60s, right? How many people were doctors and scientists because of something like this? Shall we take a look and see what all's in here? So just give me a few minutes. I'm going to do a little bit of social media PR to get some people in to watch, and then we're gonna do it. And type into the chat room. Say hi. Say hello. All right. So just give me 1 minute, and we're gonna unbox this. right. Okay, just checking, and we're going to we're gonna open this up. Feel free to say hi in the chat room. Tell me what you think, and give me some suggestions. I'm just going to open it up. Why not? Goofy little weird video. So in just a few moments. Okay. There we go. You know, social media is so weird. Trying to round people up to do something live and virtual, you never know what's going to happen. So, this is all just part of an ongoing experiment to we're going to see what we can see. Looks like it's a little bit bright, huh? Let me see if I can bump the level down a little bit. That's off. Nope. This is much more vivid red than what it looks like, I guess. So it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So in just a minute, we're going to get this thing going. I'm just setting up my screen so I can kind of see stuff. And we'll see what we got. All right. I can see there are people watching, so type something into the chat room, say hello, and let's... So, I was at the thrift store, I guess maybe a week, maybe longer. I don't know. I don't remember when I got this, but it's been sitting around. And this is pretty cool. This is a Microscope Set. And it says here, model 643, 900 power, a ruggedly constructed high-quality precision optical instrument. Copyright 1965, Jake Levin and Son. So I think what's kind of cool about this is old school. These are the toys that the kids had in the 60s. And it's just a neat little time capsule. You know, what kind of kids' toys are they nowadays? It's like all guns and computer games and stuff like that. And this is just kind of another era, another time, you know. And let's take a look and let's see what's inside. See, is it complete? I mean, look at it. It's got the box. Everything. Here's the price: $3.99. You know, you gotta just wonder, like who saved this with the box and everything. I don't know if I want to mess that up, but I will cut the This tape was added by the thrift store. All right, so but this is a time when science was kind of wondrous, and you see the World Book encyclopedias there in the background. That's another thing, and I love the artwork here. It's got all the hand drawn stuff. It's just, this is probably made in the United States too. So, shall we open it? What do you think? No? Forget it. It's not interesting. What do you think? All right. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, you know what? Let me move this. Let me remove the titles. Okay. So here we go. Ooh, look at that. Got all kinds of stuff. So there's the box. I'll put this right over here. Okay, we'll put it like right there. And this goes around, flip around like that. So right away I'm struck with just the quality, I mean, nowadays something like this would be made all plastic. This is all metal. So you've got filter paper, scientific apparatus, and chemicals. So it's a box of it's all kinds of little paper. Now I fiddled around with a microscope when I was a kid, and I was fascinated by it. This is when you're running around in the yard and you're grabbing everything, putting it under the microscope. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember having these things? So, all right, isn't that cool? Okay, so it's filter paper. So there's two things of filter paper. What do you think these filter papers are for? I don't know. I have no idea. We'll have to read up on that, right? Figure out what this is for. Let's swap everything around. Okay. We'll put this over here. That, and we'll put this right there. Or maybe a little bit. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's take a look. So there's some filter paper. I guess that's a pestle, mortar and a pestle. Look at that. It's ceramic. It's kind of cool. This is neat. It's like a kind of a foam box. Oh, look, there's all kinds of stuff in here on the side. What is this? Okay, so there's all kinds of little slides. Dandelion ear, pollen of lily, an onion rind, cornstarch, bottle brush spore. So these are samples, I guess. Silver berry, camellia, horsetail, a leaf spore. Interesting. So these are all, I guess, sample stuff. I wonder if this was done by whoever had this, the kid that had this, or this is part of the kit. I don't know. What have we got here? Oh, these are these rocks? This doesn't look like this was part of the kit. This looks like this was something extra. I hope there's no like plutonium in here or something and I'm irradiating myself. In the 60s they had chemistry kits that had crazy stuff now that they would never put in in regular kits. What is? Ooh, that's a needle. Heaps. There's something that you would really get in trouble for poking your brother with, a needle. Yeah. What's the age for this kit? Does it say? There's no age thing on here. It just... How old do you think that kid looks? How old do you think he is? 11? 10? 8? I have no idea. I don't have kids, so I can't judge that. Okay, let's look and see what we got here. So this is a piece, it looks like, of some kind of granite. Interesting. I don't think that came with the kit. Maybe it did. Another piece of a rock. This is quartz based. Oh, look at that. That's mica. I don't know if you can see that. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I don't think that came with the kit. But that is neat. A lot of mica there. Little pieces of marble. This is some kind of a little light bulb. Look at that. It's like purple glazed with a... Okay. Maybe this thing has a light attachment on it. I see a mirror down there. Okay, so I don't know what that's for. These are some rocks that I don't think really came with the kit. They were just in here. Alright. We've got some test slides. They're haphazardly put together, so this leads me to believe, like, a leaf. I don't know if you can see, but it's not straight. I know you can. I bet there's probably a scalpel in here or something. So there's a couple of glasses, little jars, I guess, for collecting samples, and then you got the mortar and the pestle here, so you can grind things up. Oh, now I can't get this thing out. This is a well-made kit. I mean, this is like, what, 50 years old? Over 50 years old. And it's in pretty good shape. Look at that. Okay, this is a litmus paper. Okay. Red and blue litmus paper. If I recall correctly from my chemistry knowledge, litmus paper tests the acidity of stuff, right? Red or blue litmus tests whether it's acidic or basic, although there doesn't appear to be anything in here. I assume there was some little test strips that were in here. Okay, what's one we got here? Cover glass. So little tiny microscopic squares of glass that you would lay over something to keep it from blowing off. Okay. And what's that message? Windows telling me something about virus protection. Some tweezers. More little bulbs here. So I guess there might be some kind of a bulb, a light thing. Science catalog and club handbook. Let's take a look at that. See what we got here. What do you guys think? Is this interesting? Is this boring? Is it stupid? What do you think? How to start your science club. Suggested bylaws. You can put your club name in here. Local chapter of the Gabriel Science Club. The object of this local chapter shall be the promotion of interest in science among the members and the promotion of friendship and good fellowship among the members. The headquarters of this local chapter shall be, fill in here. The officers shall be first chief scientist, second assistant chief scientist, third secretary, and fourth treasurer. And look, you got your little membership card here. So I guess you get this kit, and you can create your own. Science club. That's pretty cool. So it encourages people to, and then I guess you create this club, and you task everybody to run around the yard grabbing and killing little microscopic life forms and sticking them on these plates, so it's like a little menagerie that you're inspecting, like you're aliens and you're just abducting these primitive life forms. Well, actually, you can grab leaves and you can grab rocks and you can probably just do all kinds of neat stuff, I assume, right? Okay. So let's look more in this book. So it goes into chemical stuff. Oh, it's like an order. So you can order all kinds of chemicals here. I don't know if you can see that. You can order alcohol, 35 cents, aluminum sulfate, ammonium chloride, calcium carbonate, calcium hypochlorite, chrome alum, cobalt chloride, magnesium sulfate, sodium bisulfate, sodium bisulfite. I remember when I had a chemistry kit, if you mixed the sodium bisulfate and the sodium bisulfite, it fizzed, and it created really noxious fumes. That's one of those things. You get a chemistry kit and you just say, hey, let's add this to this and see what happens. I'm pretty sure that's how Frankenstein was created. With some kid just fiddling around with a chemistry set or something. But who knows, right? Who knows? All right. Special chemicals that are even more expensive. Alloy, fusible alloy, ammonium molybdate, calcium carbonate marble chips. Well, that wouldn't be. Glycerin, dextrine. Let's see what the most expensive chemical you can buy here is. Iron chloride's pretty expensive. Sodium tungstate is $1.95. Remember, this is in the 60s. Hey, what's going on over there? Don't dig into the sofa. Okay. Test wire, pH paper, rock. So this is, you know what? This is just a big catalog of all the crap you can get. Rock tumbling, jewelry stuff, books on chemistry, how to dissect. You can get different kinds of glassware. I don't know if you can see that. Might not be able to see that. Old chemistry stuff. Is that too bright? Should I, give me some feedback. Okay, so we can't see. Let me see if I can dim the lights a little bit. That might be better, huh? Okay, that's a little better. So we can kind of just see at least the lighting and stuff. So like all kinds of little chemical things you can get. And there's your order form. So it was Hagerstown, Maryland. And minimum order for merchandise is $2. Okay. For office use only. And there's all you. So you could just order. So this is basically you order all kinds of cool stuff. Okay. Let's look and see what else we got here. What is this? Oh, the actual instructions for the microscope. Caution. Electric toy. Can you see that? Let me see. It's not recommended for children under 8 years of age. Okay. All right. Never use bulb larger than 7.5 watts. It gives you the instructions on how to use the microscope and how do you do the focus. Keeping science notes, fundamental units of the inorganic world, blah, 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 crystal growth. Talks about how to cut. If you want to cut something to do it. Okay. Look at this. Here's something about dissecting frogs. The frog. Can you see that? So you can dissect the frog and you can see, is this related to this set or is this something else? Talks about roots. Oh, this is like a little catalog of their other microscopes and other things that you can do. Okay. All right. What the? Oh, holy shit! There's something here in formaldehyde. It was behind this. Ooh, this is creepy. Is that a frog? It's a dead frog. Shit, this isn't just a science kit. Look at that. That's a dead freaking frog. And it looks probably like you might. I mean, it doesn't look decayed or anything, so it's in formaldehyde. And you can see there's a slit down the middle. So this is, wow. Ooh. Okay. This kit's pretty elaborate. Look at that. There's a dead frog. What is the likelihood that you could get that today in a toy kit? You know, I mean, I know you could order them, right, for science and stuff like that, but okay, that's weird and creepy. What else is in here? Okay, here's the litmus papers here, red and blue. Okay, so there's our litmus test stuff. I don't know where this goes. I'll put it in here. I think it went in this box. So this tests for the pH of stuff, right? Oh, okay. Let me zip through this because this is cool. Okay, so this thing is complete, man. It's got all the stuff in it, including a freaking dead frog. I don't see anywhere on the box it says contains a dead frog. I see a jar here with some stuff in it, but that would be something important, right? I think you'd say, hey, warning, contains a dead embalmed frog inside. Okay, well, check it out. There's your dead frog. Poor guy. And so so you can pull that guy out, and you can look inside of him, and I guess you can identify all of his insides. You know, I when I was in science class, I think I skipped that whole thing. I don't remember ever dissecting a frog. I really didn't do it. I didn't really have the stomach for that kind of stuff. So, okay, so let's just work our way around the room here. We've got these jars. We've got this stuff, which I believe these are dyes. And you dye stuff so that they appear better, clearer under the microscope. This is still sealed. It says basic fusion. And this is Canada balsam. Oh, mounting fluid. Mounting fluid. This is mounting fluid, methylene blue. So I think depending upon what it is that you're putting on a slide, you use these different compounds there to show things up. This is xylol. That's empty. Whatever that was probably alcohol based. And then there's slides here. I can see something on the slide. I don't know what it is though. Or maybe these are just... Well, there's stuff on it. It says... oh, it's got handwriting. Banana mold. So whoever did this so this kid got this and was doing all kinds of neat stuff. Banana mold. Let's see what else he created. What's this one say? Apple mold. So I guess he had quite a lot of bad fruit. Tomato mold. Okay. He was going to be a mold specialist. Oh, here's a broken one. I don't know what's in that. That looks like blood to me. I know that was one of the first things when you got the microscope was put some blood on it. Kids always were bleeding, you know. So you had to look at your blood under the microscope. Cucumber mold. Okay. So this guy was letting a lot of fruits and vegetables go bad. Cheese mold. I hope none of this mold is now morphed in 50 years into some kind of killer virus that's going to come back and kill everybody. That would kind of suck, wouldn't it? Coronavirus, COVID-20 shows up in Louisiana as guy unboxes old chemistry set. This is kind of neat. So you've got a little kit of all the little tools here. There's a scalpel, a little kind of poker. There's some tweezers. I guess little tools to be able to collect things and position them on the slides. And then you've got these jars here. I don't know what would go in this. And you got these tubes, little test tubes with the stopper. I'm not going to open this. There probably could be something in there that would destroy all of humankind. This one right here, look at that. There's something in that. I'm not opening it. Especially given the fact that all these other slides are mold. This kid was into mold. All right. Oh, look. Okay, so there's a battery. Oh, look, there was batteries in here. The batteries are dated 2010. So this thing was used fairly recently. I'm going to throw these batteries away. It looks like it's salvageable. So there's a mirror, but then there's also a light there. Okay. Is that an LED? No, that's a bulb. Look at that. Okay, so this is a pretty high-end kit that I just took the light off. Let me see. So we just screw that back in. There we go. Okay. So you've got the mirror like that, and then you've also got a light. I remember that the lights in these kits were, that's a high-end microscope there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Small. A few more little vials. I'll just put these right over here. Okay, I gotta look at one of the slides, right? Let's take a look at one of the slides. Let's look at red onion. So I'll put that in here. Now I don't have the light, so put that right in the middle. I can't tell. Let me look at this. Hold up to the light. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The key is, to get the light shining right up in it. I would have to put it out in the light because there's some batteries in here. This would need to be cleaned. There's some corrosion there. And it looks like there's a power source you can plug in here. So you probably don't have to use the batteries. So there may be a power supply and some other stuff underneath here. I'll take a look. This is a really well-made microscope. It's all metal. It moves and adjusts pretty nice. This is good quality. 900X. That's a serious microscope. And I know you rotate these things here to switch to the different power lenses. This would still make a really good thing for a kid. If you got a kid, you give him one of these and he runs around looking at stuff. This is really neat, and this is still relevant. Do they still make these things? Can people get microscopes? I mean, when's the last time somebody got their kid something like this? You know? I still think it's really an amazing kit. If I had a kid, I would absolutely get him a microscope. Because I think the whole idea of seeing the wonder of the microscopic world is pretty cool. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, look, there's a little mini thing. There's all kinds of little parts. I don't even know where this goes. Maybe this goes in this kit here. Looks like there's all kinds of extra little things. This doesn't fit. Oops, that fell out. So, $4 for this. $4 at the thrift store. I think that's pretty darn cool. You know, who wouldn't want to get this for their kids? And it looks like it's got more stuff than what was originally came with it. What do y'all think? Is it stupid? Here's another thing. Supplement to the microscope booklet. Your Jason Empire Microlab kit is a very advanced unit containing, with variations depending upon models, many implements and materials in addition to basic components shown and explained in the booklet. These will open their way to greater realms of study and enjoyment. Implements, a mortar and pestle, are used to grind hard materials such as minerals, grain for closer observation. That's these two things. Graduated beaker is for measuring liquids. What would be a graduated beaker? I don't know. I know what graduated means. You know, that's one of those things where it changes. Is there a graduated beaker in here? I don't see one. I guess this could be a graduated beaker because it is slightly a non-graduated beaker. The most handy all-purpose container for fixation or dehydrating bath. This could be a non one, or these are test tubes. So are these different? Is this no? They're both the same. So I don't get where is the graduated and non-graduated beaker? Are we missing some stuff, or is it underneath here? Should we look underneath here? Ooh, there's a bunch of stuff down here. There's a bobby pin. What do we got in here? Slide holders, silicone treated eyeglass tissues. That's the other half of that broken slide. More eyeglass tissues. I guess obviously the kid that had this gold metallic luster wax. Harmfully swallowed. Okay. Is there anything underneath this? No. Okay. Man, this styrofoam has been spray painted yellow. Some kind of yellow coating on it. It's really nice and solid. It's not like your typical styrofoam. It's very dense. It's much more dense than regular styrofoam. I guess styrofoam in the 60s was like a new technology, and they probably figured out how to make it lighter later on, but this is pretty dense styrofoam, and it looks like it's really well made. Okay. Water dropper. I don't see a water dropper in here. Maybe there is one. A stirring rod. I do see the stirring rod. Glass culture dish. Could be one of those dishes. Glass bottles. Chemicals. Canada balsam is the most widely used mounting fluid for both professionals and amateurs, being suited for any type of specimen. So that's that Canada balsam. It's right here. This is a mounting fluid that is basically hardened now. So I assume that's some kind of pine oil, tar, something. And then these are the chemicals that are here. Xylol is for diluting the balsam. Alcohol, so there was alcohol in here and xylol. And basic fuchsia is also a dyeing fluid used the same way as methylene blue, just the tip of the stirring rod. So you, depending upon the color of stuff, you dye the things. And I guess that's basically it, right? This is a very neat, kind of cool thing. Microscopes, instructions. You could start your own science catalog and club handbook. You've even got some little pieces of extra rocks and stuff in here. Filter paper. I don't know what this filter paper is for. Look at this paper. Just for filtering things through it. Let's see. Nice made paper. I guess you could put it in here like that and then pour liquid through it. I don't know. But that's probably all usable stuff. All usable stuff. So there you have it. This is our unboxing of this Empire microscope set. Thing is still in good condition. I do believe that there's a power supply that's missing. Possibly. I don't know if it's probably, maybe you have to pay extra for it. I don't know. But there's a connector, but you can run batteries. But you can also, there's a mirror there. So this thing is completely operational and still good. Anybody have a kid that wants this kit? I just was fascinated. I was like, I got to get this, and I have to open it up because I'm really curious of what, I never had a microscope this nice. I remember my microscope as a kid, and it was 500 power, and I loved it, and I remember it as being bigger, but I have a feeling it's not any bigger than this. I was just smaller, and at that time, it was big to me. So there you have it. Who wants it? Anybody? If you're watching this and you want this kit, let me know. I just wanted to do it for this thing, and it looks pretty darn cool. Do you have a kid that could benefit from this cool microscope? Wouldn't it be neat to get them to kind of, just unlock the world, the secret world that's in their backyard, looking at all kinds of plants and animals and things? It's pretty darn neat. So there you have it. I just thought this would be a cool thing to show. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but pretty neat. These old toys, is it better or worse than the way things are now? I don't know. But anyway, if you watch this and you enjoy it, send me a little note so that I know that it's worth doing these things. I just felt like I was going to open it. I might as well share it if anybody else might find it pretty cool. So I guess that's it. Hopefully, I don't know. I hope y'all like it. That's it. I'll shut it down now, and until next time, who knows what kind of the next video is going to be. Could be anything. You never know. So subscribe or click like or wherever you're at, follow, whatever. Thanks for watching.